I fucking hate flags. Let's just burn them all. Let's burn them all because flags are cringe and are a way of the state to keep control of the people, because they instill within the minds of the general populace that these flags somehow hold such reverence in our lives. It stands for the freedom that this country supposedly stands for. It symbolizes all of the blood of the soldiers that died for our supposed freedom in this country. And it leads people to develop the mindset that burning these fucking pieces of cloth is somehow a horrible, horrible thing, because you're disrespecting everything this country stands for. Oh my god, you're disrespecting the soldiers, you're disrespecting those who fought for this country to be independent, you're disrespecting the founding fathers, who were piece of shit slave owners, by the way. You're disrespecting everything that this country stands for by burning that stupid piece of fucking cloth. I'm here to say right now, flag burning is perfectly okay. I have never seen an issue in flag burning because it is part of one's First Amendment rights. I'm sorry, conservatives, for all of you who want to jail and throw people out of this country just for burning a piece of fucking cloth. I'm sorry, burning that said piece of cloth is protected under the First Amendment, and there is nothing you could fucking do about it because this has been challenged before, and the Supreme Court has shot down attempts to outlaw it in the past. And you want to know what's funny? Trump, like a month ago, said at a rally that he wants to punish people who engage in flag burning with a year in prison. A whole fucking year for burning a piece of fucking cloth. And you want to know what's also funny? His fucking brain-dead supporters were cheering that on. We're like, yeah, go Daddy Trump. Punish all those fucking people who decide to burn our precious American flag. And these are probably the same people who crow on about the First Amendment every time they were called out for being bigoted towards a marginalized group of people. And fuck, like a year ago, like last July, I think, I watched a video of some news report of some guy who got arrested for burning an LGBT flag that was hanging from a gay bar, I think here in New York. And the comment section was flooded with, this guy is a hero, this guy is just practicing his First Amendment right, free this guy, I'd buy this guy a beer, all disgusting, bigoted shit. So when it's a group, when you're burning a flag that represents a marginalized group of people, that's perfectly okay. They're just practicing the First Amendment right, guys, stop being so offended. But when someone dares burn an American flag as perhaps a way to showcase their distaste for how this country is being run currently, oh, they gotta go to jail, they should just leave this fucking country if they hate it so much. You claim to love freedom, you claim to love the First Amendment and will uphold the First Amendment at all costs, but when someone does something that you don't like, which includes flag burning, they gotta go away, they gotta go to jail, prison, whatever the fuck. Like, just admit it, you don't like freedom of speech and freedom of expression when it's something that you don't like. Look at all the fucking protests that have been going on these past few months, and I'm not talking about the riots, I'm not gonna touch that subject again, for now at least. But look at all the peaceful protests, and look at the conservative reaction on social media every time these peaceful protesters are attacked by police, or attacked by crazy fucking conservatives who don't like these people protesting the current system. They cheer this on, they say, wow, good job, I love this so much. Like, you are literally seeing your government take action against peaceful protesters who have issues with how this country is being run, and that is supposed to be protected under their First Amendment right. And you claim to like it. You claim to like it when people protest peacefully, but when these said peaceful protesters are demonstrating fucking peacefully, you don't like it, you think that needs to be shut down, and you love it when the police attack these people, and you love it when people try to run these fucking people over with cars, like what happened near me a few months back, and you call these people heroes. So don't fucking come at me and say that you like freedom of speech, you like freedom of expression, you like the First Amendment in general, because you have shown time and fucking time again that you don't like it when people do things that you don't like, that go against what this country supposedly stands for, and when people challenge the current system of this country. And again, you cheer on every time attempts are made to squash these peaceful protests. You're authoritarians, each and every single fucking one of you, who cheers on the attacks of these peaceful protesters who simply want to see change in this country. And yes, even you, who claims to be right-wing libertarian. What a fucking oxymoron. And you might say, I pivoted quite a bit away from flag burning. After all, that is the subject of this video, or at least supposed to be the subject of this video, but this all ties in pretty neatly, because conservatives claim that whenever you burn an American flag, you're spitting on the very face of freedom. But I argue that every time these conservatives cheer on efforts to stifle these protesters that are peacefully protesting the current system of this country, they are spitting on the very face of freedom. Because supposedly, peacefully demonstrating the issues you have with this country, after all, they just did it a few months ago when they wanted to protest quarantine because they couldn't handle being in their homes for the sake of the health and safety of those who are immunocompromised or are elderly, the people who are the most susceptible to COVID-19, but when it challenges the very system of the country that they live in, they seem to have an issue with that, and cheer on every authoritarian effort to stifle said protests that are challenging the system that we live under, the oppressive system that routinely goes after people of color and those who are in lower classes in this country. A lot of conservatives do not give a fuck about you or your rights because they would gladly take it away if you're a part of a group of people that they don't like or benefits them in some kind of way, or both, of course. And again, these are the people who claim to love freedom, these are the people who claim to love the First Amendment, these are the people who claim they only like peaceful protesting. So what is so harmful about burning a fucking flag? No one is exactly harmed, unless, someone gets caught in the fire, but let's just say everything goes smoothly, the flag is the only thing that burns. What's exactly the harm there? Someone is just expressing their distaste for this country and how this country is being run. No crime is being committed there, they're just expressing their First Amendment rights. Like that person who burned the LGBT flag that you cheered on. They're not breaking any laws aside from, they're disrespecting this country, they're disrespecting everything this country stands for. That's when you sound very authoritarian. Kind of like the countries that you claim to hate. China, North Korea, very oppressive authoritarian countries. The same countries that would jail you and or kill you on a whim for quote-unquote disrespecting them and uprising against them and demonstrating peaceful disobedience when they want shit to change in their country right fucking now. It's almost like you want the United States to go down that rabbit hole, to become completely authoritarian like those countries you claim to hate so much. The United States has you wrapped around its finger so much to the point where you cheer on blatant authoritarian efforts like sending in secret police to throw peaceful protesters into vans, essentially kidnapping them, while you decry authoritarian efforts in other countries that really isn't a far cry from what is going on in this country. You are not patriots when you cheer on blatant authoritarianism that is running rampant in this country. You are not patriots when you so desperately want to see efforts to make this country better effectively wiped out by your oppressive government. You are sheep that are drunk on the propaganda that your government serves to you, and that is exactly why you view anyone who chooses not to fall in line and follow the herd an enemy. Either wake up or die with your eyes closed shut. Moral of the story, flag burning is cool. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.